Commentary will restart in 10 seconds. Welcome back to the Hawthorns, where Arsenal lead by 3-0 at half-time. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with 2, and that man Nicolas Pepe with the third. 2 of those goals coming in the closing moments of the first half. Up until that point, West Bromwich Albion's young side had done pretty well. Albert Stovenberg, the assistant to Mikel Arteta, and the main man are deep in conversation as Arsenal prepare to get the second half underway. They'll be kicking from left to right. That's kicking towards their own supporters, with 1 foot in the third round, a foot which is unlikely to be dislodged. Referee's whistle sees Arsenal kick off. No changes at half-time. 3-0. Arsenal lead. Ramsdale making his first appearance for his new club. Good save in the first half from Lee Fellows for Ramsdale. Snodgrass goes to ground. Xhaka put in there. It's a free kick. Xhaka apologises to Robert Snodgrass. Joined West Bromwich Albion from West Ham via a loan spell with Aston Villa. Robert Snodgrass is full Scotland international, been around the houses, played for Leeds probably most notably, and leading the youthful Albion ranks around him this evening. Nenny. Nuno Tavares here. Nominally Arsenal's left back tonight, but the young Portuguese has been almost like a left midfielder or left winger for much of the game. Xhaka. Nuno Tavares. Saka. Nuno Tavares with a cross, which nearly ended up being a shot. Nicolas Pepe. Chambers. Chambers again. To Odegaard. Xhaka out by Cupra. Nenny. Odegaard. Nenny. Pepe. From Xhaka. For Aubameyang, who wants a hat-trick, I would have thought. Striker wouldn't. Short from Tavares, but we're only acquainted with the ball in passing, and the yellow shirts have it again. El Neni. Odegaard. Saka has started the season really well. Odegaard helps it on. Saka, great goal. It's a lovely Arsenal goal. Put away by the man who's been the best player on the pitch so far, Bukayo Saka. Very good finish too. Saka picks it up here, sees the gap, changes pace, 1-2 with Odegaard. Aubameyang got out of the way, and Saka did the rest. It's a really, really tidy goal, that. Excellent. High quality stuff. One of the reasons that Arsenal can still feel cheerful. Bukayo Saka. Still a couple of weeks short of his 20th birthday. Aubameyang's moment for a hat-trick might come. He was unselfish there. Allowed Saka to continue the run, and what a super finish it was. 4-0 Arsenal. Adam Reach. For the right of play. League and Cup winner with Bayern Munich in his playing days, Ishmael. It's a corner run by Reach from Chambers. In goes that corner kick deep to the back post, and fainting away as it was delivered by Gardner Hickman. In January, in what was a Premier League game between these two then. West Bromwich Albion on their way to be relegated at that stage. It was Sam Allardyce in the dugout then. Arteta's Arsenal ran out 4-0 winners. Saka got one of the goals on that occasion too. Chest down, and they come back to Kenneth Hall. Good save by Ramsdale. Good save that. From the new boy in the Arsenal goal. Kenneth Hall cushioned it down, and when the block came in, it's a really powerful header. Well saved. Another corner, West Brom. To get on the score sheet. Pretty certain they're not going to salvage the tie, but they'd certainly love to get on the score sheet if they can. Over the top from Saul Shotton. Good reaction save. Odegaard has lost the ball to Snodgrass. Oh, and he's through here. And Ramsdale with the save to deny Taylor Gardner-Hickman, who suddenly was through two Arsenal defenders. Be disappointed not to have scored here. On his debut, suddenly found himself confronted by only Ramsdale. Couldn't beat him. Could spell this for West Brom. Ramsdale comes to that corner and takes it well. The wind knocked out of his sails as he fell, though. Up a long way here, the goalkeeper, to take that. And is falling very awkwardly. I think it's just a case of being winded rather than anything else. But Bernd Leno is just putting his boots on in case he's required. Smile of sorts through gritted teeth from Ramsdale. He'll be okay. Bearing through the clearance though. Caleb Taylor with the long ball downfield, one in the air by Holding. El Neni for Arsenal, beaten to it by Snodgrass. It's Pepe for Chambers. Taylor, reach. Neatly, Saka, always on the move. Saka finds Aubameyang, gets the ball to Ethan Ingram rather easily. Alexandre Lacazette is getting himself ready. Been one of the Arsenal players to have suffered from COVID. He's completed his isolation, rehabilitation, return to health. Got 2 of the goals in that 4-0 Premier League win here 7 months ago. Neni. Saka, Aubameyang and Pepe in the middle, and put behind by Caleb Taylor. I don't think he was entirely sure where the ball was for every single split second of that block, but he made the block, and it's a corner. It's been absolutely excellent, Saka. Defender who'd completely lost track of where the ball was heading. It was heading to safety, at least until this corner's taken. Out by Adam Reach. Odegaard thought about hitting it again, and then finds Pepe. Blocked by Castro. Odegaard holding. Elneny. Shaka. By Taylor. Kolasinac. Kolasinac finds holding his kind of Chambers. Aubameyang. Snodgrass. Cleared by Reach. Maitland-Niles is going to be coming on soon for Arsenal. It will be his first appearance since his loan spell at West Bromwich Albion finished last season. There he is, played 15 times for Albion. Couldn't help them avoid relegation. Helped them try, didn't help them achieve it. And Odegaard comes off. Maitland-Niles. And substitute gets a very good ovation from the supporters of both clubs. Champions, right? Shot him. It's offside. Loaned out to Millwall last season. Kenneth Zahor back in the West Bromwich Albion fold under Valerian Ismail, given his chance to impress tonight. It's been difficult. As Arsenal have really dominated. It's given away, and here's Pepe. Maitland-Niles. Aubameyang. Hat-trick. That's the pick of his bunch, and that completes the hat-trick. Set up by Maitland-Niles. From Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Cut out by Pepe. Into the path of Maitland-Niles. Look how much space Aubameyang has. Kipre was sucked inside, couldn't recover. It's a great, great finish from a great, great goal scorer. Rumours abound that Arsenal might be willing to sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, taking into account his age, 32, and the fee that they would get, and the length of time left on his contract. But my goodness, he'd be tough to replace if that were to happen. It's his 88th Arsenal goal, his 150th Arsenal game. Third time he's bagged a hat-trick for the club. Arsenal lead by 5-0. Youngster coming on. This is 18-year-old centre forward Mo Fall is going to make his first appearance in anybody's first team, actually. Kenneth Zahor, who had that early collision in the game with Ramsdale in the Arsenal goal, is replaced. file comes on, Lacazette is getting ready to come on as well. Slips, Arsenal break, Saka, Pepe, Aubameyang won't reach that. Perhaps the better ball would have been to Maitland-Niles to the left. He made a really good run actually. He's had a reach. West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 5 with 25 minutes to play. Lacazette will be on shortly for Arsenal. Good for Aubameyang to get some goals, good for Lacazette to get some minutes. Manchester City away is Arsenal's destination at the weekend. And here's Lacazette. Granit Xhaka is the man who makes way. Rest. So Xhaka gets a rest. Lacazette gets a stretch. And may get himself a goal. To see what the introduction of Lacazette means for him. Probably Maitland-Niles will drop in a little deeper alongside El Neni. There he is, right in front of the back line, Maitland-Niles. With Lacazette now on the pitch further forward. First touch. And a lovely ball from Lacazette for Pepe, who's in behind. Can he finish? He's hit the bar this time. That's twice he's been through one-on-one. First time he hit the post, Aubameyang put away the rebound. This time he's hit the bar. He has got a goal in between those two. Lovely touch around the corner from Aubameyang and a great ball from Lacazette. That was his first touch, Lacazette. Pepe, not quite. Halfway through the second half, Pepe allows himself a rueful smile of sorts. No doubt of his talent, but he remains something of an enigma, really. Arsenal paid a huge amount of money for him, £72 million. Free kick to West Bromwich Albion. Sorry, free kick to Arsenal conceded by West Bromwich Albion's Ingram. Pepe. Lacazette, oh yes! That's some introduction. It's only been on the pitch about 2 minutes. Nearly set up a goal for Pepe and then scores one himself. Lacazette. Very, very good finish this. Pepe looked up, picked out Lacazette, who picked out the corner unerringly. And it is becoming a bit of a rout now with Arsenal bringing on more of their big guns of Lacazette on the pitch, and now leading 6-0. A lesson is being dispatched to this young West Bromwich Albion side. There's some defending to do though, as Gardner Hickman got himself inside the penalty area. Arsenal haven't quite got it away. Lacazette losing out. Hamadou Fall, and good save by Ramsdale again to deny Gardner Hickman. Well hit that was. The man's disappointed because he's had a couple of sights of goal and he really struck this well. Deflected too. It's a very good save because of the big deflection it took on its way off Callum Chambers. It's a good save. Pepe for Arsenal, 6-0 up. Chambers. Lacazette. Saka. Now, a foul on Nuno Tavares. Arsenal fans say yes. The referee says no. Valuable minutes and learning about the English game, Nuno Tavares. Certainly for a fullback, he likes to get forward. Saka. Reach, but Saka has it once more. Pepe. Nuno Tavares. Good turn. Absolutely determined to get a shot away. It's been quite a lot of work to get a sight of goal, weaving this way and that. From making the change, Robert Snodgrass is coming off and handing over the captain's armband, and he's replaced by yet another teenager. Caleb Taylor is taking the captain's armband, which is quite something for an 18-year-old making his debut. And here's another debutant, Toby King, central midfielder, 19-year-old, replacing Robert Snodgrass with his side 6-0 down. Cedric Kipra. Again, Cedric Kipra. So Kolasin's cross for Arsenal. Nenny leaving it to Ramsdale. We'll be pleased, Ramsdale, to have had a couple of saves to make, and he's done them well enough. To Lacazette. Here's Chambers looking for Saka, can't quite find him. "15 minutes to play." The debut he'd have dreamed of for Alex Palmer, but debut nonetheless. Spells out at Kidderminster, Oldham, Notts County, Plymouth and Lincoln. The West Brom goalkeeper before his debut today. Aubameyang gives the armband to Lacazette, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang makes way. That's the end of his 150th appearance for Arsenal. He's taken his goal tally from 85 to 88 with his third hat-trick for the club since joining from Borussia Dortmund. Third is the pick of the bunch, I would say. And if he leaves with 150 games now for the club, he's replaced by Gabriel Martinelli, who comes on to play his 50th game for the club. Saka, Maitland-Niles, Chambers. If you're wondering if this is getting anywhere close to Arsenal's biggest ever victory, it's not. They beat Loughborough Town 12-0 in 1900. Nice. Nenny for Arsenal. Don't know if this is really preparation for taking on Manchester City at full strength, but you'll take goals where they come. Lacazette might get another here. Good save by Palmer. Strikes. Ouch. He'll be pleased with this save. Put the finger at the goalkeeper really for too many of the six, who is nitpicky about the first, maybe. Well, it will be, if it stays like this, Arsenal's biggest ever victory over West Bromwich Albion, but not the biggest ever margin of victory in a game between the two. Go back to October 1922. West Bromwich Albion on this ground beat Arsenal 7-0. Taylor, left leg is locked, the muscles have contracted, can't bend it. Can make one more change. Caleb Taylor will be in two minds. It might be that he wants to stay on because he wants the experience of playing in West Bromwich Albion's first team for as long as possible and against a club of the stature of Arsenal. On the other hand, his left leg will be screaming, "Get me off." There is going to be a change. Rico Richards, who's only 17, is coming on in place of the cramped up Caleb Taylor. Which takes the captain's armband. West Bromwich Albion throw-in. He's the senior guy out there, Adam Reach, and it's only his second game for the club. Played 78 for Middlesbrough and over 230 for Sheffield Wednesday, so he knows how to organise. Holding to Sarah Kolasinac. News about Arsenal outgoings, by the way. Been some incomings of late, but Lucas Torreira is expected to join Fiorentina very soon. Club have confirmed that that deal is likely to happen imminently. And Willian, that would be a loan deal, by the way, and Willian to Corinthians is likely to happen, though Willian at the moment, because of COVID, is unable to travel to Brazil. Is talking to central defender. Two Spaniards together. Super hat-trick for Aubameyang. be okay. He's been outstanding. And they will, I would imagine, want him to play against Manchester City at the weekend. Not everyone out there for Arsenal today is going to get on the pitch against City, but I would imagine he will, fitness allowing. Saka is back, and it's Pepe. Nenny, Pepe, seems to be moving okay. Stretched out by Gardner-Hickman to keep Arsenal out for the moment. Here's El Neni. Saka. Pepe, can he reach it? Yes, he can. Chambers has arrived inside the penalty area. Here he is. Couldn't control it. So it's going to be a first defeat of the season for West Brom, a first win for Arsenal. Result really dictated by Valerian Ismail's team selection for this game. You can understand why he would want to give the youngsters a go, but so many in the starting 11 and a bench completely made up of untried kids. Must have been a bit of a gulp when he saw the Arsenal team sheet and how strong Mikel Arteta had gone. Nenny. It's lost out. Castro driving forward. Castro has support from Gardner-Hickman. Here he is, Taylor Gardner-Hickman, who's had a good game. Very lively in the first 25 minutes, the young Portuguese midfielder. Less so after that. Mika Richards. Losing it to Pepe. Making lines back to Ramsdale. It's a clean sheet on his debut, Ramsdale. Looks like he'll get it. Point early in the game, that shot count was 3-0, wasn't it, in West Brom's favour. You just thought there's something extraordinary on the cards here. Team of Albion teenagers, are they going to beat the mighty Arsenal? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang put an end to that. It's a foul by Pepe. Toby King. Nuno Tavares with his throw-in. Chambers. Doubt the officials will add on too much added time. Holding El Neni. Nuno Tavares, and good defending. Awkward that. Adam Reach facing his own goal, not easy. Cut out the cross and kept it away from his own goal. Job done at the expense of a corner. Arsenal sniffing a 7th as we move into added time. 2 minutes only. Forward for Bukayo Saka. Alex Palmer to Rico Richards, taking on El Neni. Slips a little bit, but Kolasinac is there. That's a very good ball, actually. Side though against Pepe. Nearly 30 years since they won this trophy, Arsenal. Beating Sheffield Wednesday in the final back in 1993. Their only other success, 1987. Charlie Nicholas helping them overcome Liverpool at Wembley. Arsene Wenger always used to pick very young sides in the early rounds of this competition. Mikel Arteta taking quite the opposite tack at the Hawthorns. And their reward is a place in the 3rd round. Job done for Mikel Arteta. It was a little bit awkward for around about 15 minutes, and then Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang got his first of 3. The 3rd hat-trick in Arsenal colours. Nicolas Pepe got his first of the season. So in the second half did Bukayo Saka, who was probably the man of the match. And then just after he'd come on, Alexandre Lacazette scored his first goal of the season too. But the match ball is Aubameyang's. The place in the 3rd round is Arsenal's. It's finished. West Bromwich Albion 0, Arsenal 6.